Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 20th until the 26th of October. And this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everybody that's watching. But however, if you like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. So Sagittarius, please tap me in. I love it when I don't even get to say the intention. Of course, I already said the intention in the intro there, but I already got the card. Wanted to come out fast this time. And we have the Five of Cups there as your present moment. There's a little bit of sadness that's lingering in your energy over something there, where this is all about you being unable to focus on the good right now. So I'm feeling already that you're having a little bit of a hard time sort of recentering yourself and looking towards what's still there for you, and you're rather shifting that focus on what has been lost here in this situation. So we're going to see if it's about a connection, if it's about maybe a job. There's something here that you feel that you're lacking basically, and you're sensing that, you're feeling that it is quite a bit of a struggle for you emotionally to go through that process. And we're going to see. We have the challenge here with strength. That's so interesting. So Leo just did their reading. They got strength as well in the same exact position. So that's going to be a challenge for you this week. So definitely it's a harder week for the fire signs, it seems. But let's see the rest. So, okay, interesting. So we have justice. This is what's on the top of your mind here. So it could be something to do with you feeling balanced in a situation, feeling that either if it's a connection, maybe it's something that is more reciprocated, could be legal issues, could be something to do with that as well. We're gonna see. And we have your subconscious mind there with the Tower. Yeah, we've been seeing the Tower a few times this week already. So, all right, and then we have your recent past. Oh, okay, so we have the Eight of Swords there in your recent past. And in your near future, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, good. That's a fire sign right there. So that's you being in your element there. All right, so adventures. We are still in that Sagittarius spark. That energy, I don't think you can lose that really. Even if you are going through a harder time, you're still going to feel that spark to just, start new things. Maybe as a distraction, but it feels like a productive distraction at least. It's something that is fun. It's going to inject some life into you when you're feeling a little bit down. All right, and then we have your suggested approach. So advice from the universe, that's the King of Cups. Good, okay. That's you basically tuning into your emotions in a more mature way, and perhaps being able to learn how to shift your focus towards what's still standing there, what's still positive for you, right? What you're still benefiting from, rather than looking at the things that are making you feel that lack. But we're gonna give you more info on that. So, all right, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles there. This is your surrounding energies there. And we have your hopes and fears with the Four of Cups. And we have your potential future with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see the bottom of the deck energy. Nice, we have the Ten of Cups as the bottom of the deck. Very good, guys. Very good. Harmony. So you're getting places. You're going good places. That's good. That's good to see there. So let's see what this is all about. This is quite similar to Leo's reading, actually. A little bit different, but we have the strength in the same position. So, I mean, your main card, your present moment is a little bit different, though. Different energy, but it's a loss, right? This card, the Five of Cups, it's all about feeling disappointment. Like feeling disappointed about something that didn't work out for you. So it does reflect that. It does talk about grief. So I do feel that you at the present moment, you're feeling quite a bit of heaviness here around something that didn't turn out the way that you hoped. And now, you're carrying that with you, right? And it feels like it could have been a connection. It could be like a missed opportunity here. So, and that's the thing, it's the beauty of this card. So it's not all lost, that's what it says, right? So there's always a positive message, and even the harder cards here. He's looking at these three spilled cups here, and there's still two cups standing here in the back that he's not looking at. So they're still there though. They're still there. So it's all about refocusing and understanding that a lot of sadness can actually be released through gratitude for the things that are still standing there and still available to you. But I get it, and I do have a lot of compassion for you, because you're going through a hard time, Sag. This is a hard energy to sit in. And yeah, it's feeling, it feels so heavy. And this is an advice. Like, this is the thing. This card, normally it represents the challenge of this week. So the message here with this, with strength, is that in order to sort of cure this or get out of the situation here, you're gonna have to practice lots of patience, especially with yourself, right? You have to have so much self-compassion here. And that's what's gonna build you that resilience here. Because, like, Five of Cups can just pull you into lots of regret, right? And there's so much self-blame involved in that energy. So with strength here crossing, it's telling you that your true mastery is gonna come from just sitting with those emotions, you know, just being calm and just allowing them to be there without letting them define you, but still just acknowledging those, right? Rather than pushing them away. So just make sure to do that and just try and shut down that inner critic, right? That's creating all of this despair for you, in order to find that courage in yourself, in that vulnerability, right? And just remind yourself that you're not defined by this. You're not defined by these setbacks. Like, it happens to everyone. And right now you're just going through one of those periods. So, but it doesn't define who you are. So you don't have to be shaming yourself for that. You don't have to be feeling so much guilt. But I feel like you do feel that, because it feels like you missed out on something here. Right, and then we have Justice here in your crowning. So you're very focused on truth. You're very focused on accountability here. And I feel that you're just looking for clarity in a situation here. So, because it's in the crowning, so it tells me it's what your thoughts are circling around right now. So it's all about questions of right and wrong, right? Honesty versus dishonesty. So it feels like you're wondering if someone is being treated fairly here. And with this especially, it could go both ways. I'm feeling it could go both ways. So either you did something that hurt someone here, and this is why you're feeling likely guilt about that right now. Maybe you had an argument with someone, you said something that you now regret, and you're kind of embarrassed to take it up with that person, send them that text message, apologize for it, try and resolve the situation. Or someone did that to you. Someone did that to you, and which is why you're feeling in this energy here. But it's all about this. It's all about this. It's all about, yeah, if it was fair, if the situation was handled fairly here, or if it was something that they sort of deserved hearing because it was, and I do sense that it's a both ways sort of thing. I don't feel that one person is uniquely responsible for this, but I do feel like you are likely taking the blame. Whether they hurt you or you hurt them, you're taking the blame for it. You're being the martyr here in this energy, and you're feeling that guilt regardless of the situation here and how it went down. So yeah, just stay very clear-headed, right? And just try and act from your higher values here, because you can still learn. Like, even though, yeah, we do have those occasional mistakes happening to us, those are catalysts too. So don't dwell too much in this energy here, because it's damaging you. Still embrace that, still acknowledge that those feelings are there, like I said, but just don't let it fester, right? Don't let it linger too long for you, because then you're just going to be falling into that abyss, like, forever, of just that guilt sort of eating you up, and it's not going to be productive unless you actually communicate with this person and resolve it, right? And move through that in that way. But I feel like you could move through that in other ways too, where you just have that compassion with yourself, because all we ever do is just we act from our current level of awareness, right? And that's all we can do. Our sets of circumstances and our current energy, our current level of awareness. So yeah, when we do screw things up, it is because we are working with a very specific energetic frequency that will occasionally hurt other people, right? Either if we're the ones getting hurt or we're the ones hurting others, it's still that frequency. So all you can do is try to raise that frequency in order to either not get too attached to that hurt if it's happening to you, or to not cause that hurt if it's happening to others, right? So, and then balancing this here, right? This right and wrong situation, that's in turn, like, it's teaching you how to act from your higher values too, which in turn is raising your frequency here. And then we have the Tower here in your foundation. So this is the deeper motivation behind this current state here. And it is about upheaval here. And there is a big change going on for you, likely in your relationships here. And it just, as always with the Tower, it just clears away things that can't really hold anymore. And it does always feel very destabilizing as an energy. So yeah, now you're standing in this, like this kind of rubble energy, like the building has collapsed, but there's no new building standing there yet. And you just see that destruction. And you're standing right in that right now. And now you have this awareness that old ways are gone, right? And you can't, it had to happen. Like you can't just keep being in that shaky, unstable building built on that really bad foundation, right? You had to remove that. Now you just have to clear the rubble. You're still doing that. You're in that process right now, right? But there's going to be something better that's going to be built there. Even if what's driving you here with this Five of Cups, like it's making it quite hard for you to see that right now. I get that, but it will be. So you just have to trust in that, you know, that's going to be helpful for you to just trust in that process. So, fire signs are struggling this week. Wow, there's so much clearance going on for you guys. So many Towers. Eight of Swords, recent past. So very much connected to this. Like, tells me about a period where you were feeling quite trapped. And you're just stuck in this sort of powerless state here that just made it really hard for you to see a way forward here. So, like I said, it just put you in that level of awareness where this had to happen because it's lower frequency. So it's just a state where you were at, where you felt very bound by your own fears and your doubts. And you're still sort of carrying that energy now. So, and that's the thing, it's all self-imposed with this card. So it's very mental. It's a very mental sort of limitation rather than physical, right? So coming from this energy into the Five of Cups here tells me that part of your grief now is coming from like recognizing how long you felt stuck and unable to move here freely, and being sort of frustrated and realizing that, yeah, you might have played a role here in keeping yourself confined in this. So this could also be why you're feeling guilty, you know? And so near future, we have the Page of Wands. That's good. That's really good. That brings in that more youthful energy. It's like adventurous, right? So that's an entirely different energy from what we've been seeing here. Very good. But I feel that when you start leaving the situation, which is pretty soon here, this is the near future, you're going to start feeling that spark, right? You're going to start feeling passionate again. Maybe you're going to want to learn something new. You're going to want to like do something fun, go out, hang out with people, take care of yourself, just develop new skills, right? Something that's going to be a new beginning. It's like a little spark energy, right? So likely you're going to be wanting to just explore stuff. Like you're going to be wanting to just do new projects, you know, hang out with people, like new relationships, just something, anything that just gives you a new perspective in life that's coming from this passionate state here. So that's good, like especially after all this heaviness here. This is gonna feel like a distraction, but yeah, but a good distraction, right? Because it's gonna give you that enthusiasm that you need right now, and that's gonna lift your energy back up and just push it towards something better for you. So good to see that there. And then we have the King of Cups. So suggest your approach, again, very connected to the Five of Cups there. This is someone that embodies a lot of maturity emotionally, right? It's a very calm, very balanced energy here. So your best move right now is to steady yourself emotionally by just holding your emotions, right? With lots of wisdom and compassion for yourself again. So just stay grounded, right? Be diplomatic. And that's how you develop that emotional intelligence here. That's how you're going to be able to steady yourself, right? Rather than just ignoring your feelings altogether. You can still hold them with that wisdom. So that's what's going to give you that stability, right? It's going to come from being able to observe your emotions without being consumed by them. And I feel that you're already learning that here with Justice. So just lean into this energy. That's going to help you navigate this grief here. And especially here with the Tower too, that's going to help you deal with the situation here with more grace. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles surrounding you. So this is a card about work. And again, like with the Page of Wands, like this is skill building. It's a skill building energy. So it's like all about practicing your skills, right? So it does tell me that you're being inspired here by someone around you that is very focused and very dedicated. So that's going to open up this opportunity here for you, right? So it might be about doing something at your work, right? Something that is going to lead you to having some personal development here, where you're learning something new, right? So even as things are really shaken up in your inner world, this is going to be happening. This is going to be giving you that steadiness, like through this effort here. So there is support around you for this growth through more consistent work, even if progress feels quite slow right now, and especially with the Knight of Pentacles there too. But this is good. This is good. This is sparking this here, and both. It goes both ways actually. I feel you do see someone around you that is very much in this Page of Wands energy here, and is more focused on just doing something fun, being productive, but still having fun. And you're being inspired by that energy, and you want to be in that energy, and this is what's sparking this here. So good, very good, right? And so we have, okay, so now we have that Four of Cups. That's such a, oh, yeah, I've seen that. Where was that? I think that, yeah, that was an Aries, right? Pretty sure it was an Aries too. That's your hopes and fears position. So on one hand, you really want to receive new opportunities that really excite you and really inspire you. But at the same time, oh, I'm sorry, it was in Leo actually. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's such a similar spread to Leo. Yeah, you feel like it's going to be something that's not going to give you anything. Like it's not going to be satisfying to you, right? You're going to feel this apathy towards this. You're not going to be interested in it, right? When it comes. So you do feel like you want to be like engaged, like you want to feel that spark, right? But then you're also scared that it's not going to happen. Like you're not going to feel it when it does come up. You're just going to feel dissatisfied with that. And I feel you also fear just missing out on that, because you're just sort of like too focused on things that haven't really satisfied you in the past. So there is this tension here for wanting something more, and also feeling that nothing is really going to fulfill you, and it's not even worth bothering and looking for that, because it's just going to be empty. It's going to leave you feeling empty again. So you're just like, why even bother? So there's like, it goes both ways with that one. But you still feel that pull. Like I feel like you feel a little bit bored too. There's this little bit boredom tension here. But you do want to invest. So there's like, there's this push-pull energy here. You kind of want both things. And then Knight of Pentacles, potential future. So this is steady progress. And this is you taking responsibility here. It's a very slow-moving energy, right? It's not the fiery thing that you're used to, but it's going to show you that the future it holds some stability for you here. It's something more reliable here. That's like a long-term commitment for you. So it's going to be an energy that just builds very carefully, right? In a very persistent way. So yeah, while this card here is going to bring in that spark, like that very fresh enthusiasm feeling, the longer term path is all about grounding yourself in steady routines, right? And something that is more lasting, and moving very like step by step towards your goal in a slower sort of progress. So it's interesting. It's a very unusual energy to see in a Sagittarius spread, so you're gonna have to get used to that. It's all about having patience. So you're gonna see results, even though you can't really see them and like measure them with your eyes. You're still gonna see it. It's still gonna be there. All right, so yeah, we have the Ten of Cups, bottom of the deck. So that's good. That's beautiful. That's what's driving your reading here. So this is that vision. This is that vision of just lasting happiness here. So there's lots of grief going on here. There's this upheaval that you're experiencing right now, but your soul is being motivated by this really this true connection here. Something that's going to bring you that happiness. So even as these endings here and these challenges are playing out for you, the ultimate goal is to just like move through these really hard lessons that you're going through here, and just aim towards this emotional wholeness here that you want. And that's waiting for you there. So good, very good. So this is a week all about moving from that grief into renewal, right? And you're feeling quite disappointed. You're learning how to meet that pain with patience, with compassion for yourself, right? You're very focused on truth. You're very focused on fairness. You feel quite a bit of guilt here. There is this here happening, this upheaval here that just changed things up in your foundation, right? You've been feeling restricted. You've been feeling trapped, which adds to this current grief. But you're going to be feeling inspired. You're going to be feeling inspired by this individual here. It's going to spark some curiosity in you. That's going to return to your life, right? So just this energy here, advice, lean into this, have emotional maturity here, be balanced, right? And that's going to help you stay steady while you move through this change here. And then remember that growth and learning, they're there for you. They're going to happen for you, right? So you're going to have this outcome here, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be a steady progress that's going to be leading you towards reliability. And beneath everything, like, you have this to motivate you here, which is just your desire for feeling that happiness and that harmony in your life that's going to be going beyond anything that is this level of unstable here. So this week's energy is all about holding steady through this storm here, right? And finding that patience for yourself especially, but also in this process, in order to trust that this renewal here that you're going through is going to guide you towards something better here that you've been looking for. And that's all I have for you today, Sagittarius. I hope that this reading resonated, and if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part resonated the most with you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for your weekly energy forecast. Okay, bye!